Hello, in this video, I'm gonna go over what you can do with Edpuzzle. So Edpuzzle, you can register for an account, sign up. If you already have one, you can log in, but they offer a free account, which is what I'll be using today. And with the free account, there are limitations, of course. If you want to have more editing properties, definitely you will need to pay for that service. But with Edpuzzle, what you can do, what makes it great is that you can make, like they say right here on the screen, make any video your lesson. So you could get any video, and they have a couple of resources that you could choose from, and you can embed questions into that video. Because we're using the free version, the only types of questions you're able to embed are the multiple choice questions and then more of an open-ended question. That's really all you can do, and you can also add a note or a voice note to the video if you want. But let's just go in and I'll show you how to do all of that. So I'm going to log in because I already registered an account. Okay, so it takes you to your content area. And I already have a few videos here that I've played around with. But what you want to do when you first get in here is go to where it says My Classes on the right hand side. And you want to establish your classes. So I have my spring workshop and workshops 101. I'm going to create a new one just for this. And then if you want to add a description, you can definitely do that. Not necessary, but I'm going to keep it to classic. And import, if you click on import, it's just to import like a Google Classroom. Okay, and then I'm just going to click create class. So this is just going to divide things for me. And as you can see here, here's that new class that was created. So there's no assignments. There are no students currently registered in the course. So, but as you can see here in my workshop 101, I do have students register. They're just myself with different email accounts that I've created. But in my new classroom, to invite your students, you have this invite students. You're going to want to share this URL with them and then also share the class code with them so that they are registered into that particular class that you created. That's how you would do that. And then your students would appear here in a list order. So now to create that video that we want to do. So like I said, this area might be empty for you. These are just videos I've played around with, some of these. So this is just in the home button. You're going to see general education for your school and just other trending topics that you might see. So they have this curriculum, and you can try to search. This is more for elementary and high school. We do have Avocado University, and it's telling us that there are 33 students currently using Edpuzzle, that they have tried to use it. And these are just some of the videos that they might have used. As you can see, I've played around with this video 3 different times, and then you could go to the My Content to see all the videos that you have yourself played around with. And then under here we have the popular channels. So Edpuzzle has videos that they've uploaded and created. If you want to search through their library, you can do that. I'm going to go straight to YouTube just because they have more things available. Again, these are just, what you see here is kind of like what might be on the topic today. These videos do change often, and as you can see, you could have short videos like 3 minutes, 13 minutes, 23 minutes, 19 minutes. These videos can be very long or very short. I'm just going to type in the topic. Okay, what is ATP? Just for the sake of time, I'm going to click this very short one, which is 2 minutes long, but you can definitely preview these videos, and you can just click on play, and that video is going to start playing. That video is going to start playing, and you could, listen to it, watch it, see if it's kind of what you want to use or not. Once you've determined that this is a video that you do want to use, you can click on where it says edit. Okay, so now that I've clicked on edit, so it's showing me the video. So this is the video. I could play it here. So it's this little square. This is the time gap. So this is right now I'm in the cut. So if I want to make this video shorter or longer, well, not longer, but I could make it shorter. So let's say here. Let's see. I want to cut it there. I could leave it there. If I want to add some kind of voiceover, I can record. But since in this video the person's already talking, there's no need for me to do some kind of voiceover. But here, as this video is playing, I could click on questions. And here on the side, it's telling me I could add a multiple choice question, I could add an open-ended question, or I could add a note. Why add these, And here it's giving you this little tidbit. Create questions to see which students understood the lesson, add notes to give more information, or get students' attention with a quick audio note. That's just some of the things as to why you should be using this question and notes features. So as you watch the video yourself, you can then decide what part will be the most efficient way to put in that question. So right here, they just mentioned in the video what were the 3 components of ATP. And I could add that as a question here. So what were the 3 components of ATP? And then I have my students. When I click save, now you see there's a dot here that wasn't there before. And that means that at that moment in time, within the first, when it reaches 25 seconds, that question is going to pop up for my students. And they're going to be given a text box to write their answers, or they could skip it. But they could click continue, and the video will continue for them. And like I said, you're going to want to watch the video once or 2 times, and then so that you know where you want to input these questions. So let's say here I want to add a multiple choice question. What is the difference between ATP and ADP? And here if I have answers, ATP is high energy. And ADP is low energy. And then I can, just for the sake of time, ADP, ATP. I'm just going to switch that over. And if you want to add another option, so that's A, B, C. ADP is ATP, or ATP is ADP. Oh. Is ADP. So these are the options I'm giving my students. Oops. Okay, and I'm going to click save. And I've already determined which one's the right answer. You can see it here that this is the correct answer, but your students are not going to know which one's the correct answer or not. So again, I'm going to click here, continue. This is just a preview of how the answer will appear, how the question and answers will appear. So you can add a couple of questions within the video. You just want to time it. For multiple choice questions, those kind of questions, they get, the answers get given to students right away, just because you've already predetermined what the correct answer is. For open-ended questions, it's more of something where you would have to go into the student's attempt and then read what they said and give them the response that they need. So if you feel like their response should give them like an 80 points, or if they should get 100 points for the way they answered the question, up to you. And then once we're done with everything, let's say somewhere over here, I want to add a note. Like I said, you can do a voice note, or you could just add a note. What fun fact did you like? That's just a note. You can add more information if you feel like in the video something wasn't explained properly. You can add something more. I'm just gonna write this. Like I said here, you can combine notes. You can add formulas, external links, pictures, audios, or just use one of those options. Up to you. If I had a link to some other additional information for ATP, I can definitely add that there, and just click save when I'm ready. So once I'm done making all these additions to the video, what I can do is click finish. So now here's the video I have, and now I want to assign it. I have a couple of classes that I could choose from. I'm going to choose this new class in this workshop 101, and I'm going to assign it. Now let's say when I go to share, so my students would need to go to Edpuzzle to access the video and answer all those questions. You can also embed this video into your Blackboard course, and your students can just log into Edpuzzle, and I'll show you how that looks. They'll log in and they'll stay within the Blackboard environment, watch the video, answer the questions, so they don't necessarily need to go to another website. Up to them if they just want to go directly to the website. They do, however, need to create an account first to be able to access it through Blackboard. So I'm going to share this assignment. So you could share it as a link, or like I said here, you could share it as an embedded video. So I'm going to copy this embedded code, and I'm just going to pick large for now. I'm going to copy code. I'm going to open Blackboard. Okay, I'm going to go into my course. Go into a content area, my unit 1, and this is a learning resource. So what I want to do is I'm going to add an item. And here I could put ATP video. And what I want to do is I'm going to go to insert / edit embedded media. And then here where it says general, I'm going to make sure I go to source. And in the source text box is where I want to add that code for the embedded video. And that video is going to open. And this is how it's going to essentially look. So I'm going to insert. And I'm going to submit. So now when I go to the bottom, here's the video, and I could click on first of all, your students, I'm already logged in because I was just in this tab over here, but I'm gonna log out. The video is still available here, and when your students click on get started, it's going to ask them to sign up in this new pop-up window, or they could log in. I'm going to log in. I'm going to start the video. And it says, oh, it found that I'm a new student to this new class. That's the name of the class. So I'm going to join this class. And then I could click play. And now that video is playing here within Blackboard. And you can see where the questions are at. But as you can see, like as a student, I cannot fast forward. It's locked. I have to wait for those questions to pop up on my end. So here you see, what's the three components of ATP? Your students can either rewatch it if they missed that to get the right answer, or if they already know it, they type in their answer, they click submit, and they click continue, and that video keeps on playing for them. So your students, because there's a last option here, they don't know if that's a question or a comment or anything. They have to wait. And even if they answer that last question, the video, you're going to see that in Edpuzzle, it's going to appear that it hasn't been submitted, their complete attempt. So now here it's asking me that multiple choice question that I did. So now it scrambled everything. So all the questions are not in the order that I had originally created them in, and that's fine. So I want to find the correct answer. And once I have it, just click submit. And I got it wrong. And it's letting me know I got a 0 for this because the right answer was this one. Click continue. Keep on watching the video. Your student needs to watch it the whole way through. So we're gonna just let this play, and then I'll show you in Edpuzzle how that would look. So let's see. So as you can see, here's the note that appeared. And then I can continue to keep on watching. This is how the student would view it. And as you can see, the video ended at the time that I had cut the video. So now the video ended. And when I go over here, sorry, I need to log out and log in as a teacher. Okay, and then I could go to my classes, and I could see here there's one of one turned in. I only have one student here. So when did they watch it? They watched it a couple of seconds ago. And there's one answer to grade. I could click on that, and it says, what are the three components? And my student's name is here, and their attempt is they answered 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna give them a 90 and submit. And then I could graded answers. I could see all the questions here. So right answer, no one got this right answer, but they got that multiple choice question. Only one student answered that. So this is just showing me out of the multiple choice, which answer was the most commonly chosen. Since I'm the only student in the class, that's the only one that has 100%. But you would see, depending on like maybe 50% of your class answered correctly, but like 25 got this one, and then 10% got this one, and the other 15% got that one. And you can see how the multiple choice, if I had more students, you can see that there are different attempts here. So when you go back to my classes, you can see do assignments. There's nothing due because the students already did it. But what you want to do is go here where it says Gradebook, and you can see for your student, what was their overall score. So they got a 50, because they only got one of the questions kind of correctly, and that's just how it grades them. If there's more questions, the grades would be a little bit different. So it also gives you information like how many times did the students view the video. We viewed it once. Time spent in the video, 2 minutes. Video watched, 100% of the video was watched. Correct responses 1 out of 2, which is why they got the 50. You see, because everything's out of 100, both questions out of 100, only one's correct. So then that's how you see that. And then in the gradebook, if you have multiple classes, you can click on another one, like workshop. Here I have 2 students, and it tells me my first student spent 3 minutes. They got 100 on the first question, and there was pretty much no other kind of questions. It was just notes. So they got a full 100. This student only spent 16 seconds and they didn't answer anything. They only answered this multiple choice. And this was more of a like, how were they feeling? So if I want to mark that as correct, I'll do that. Let me see, previous student. They didn't answer it. So go back to my grade book. And then right now, because they didn't do like I said, they didn't spend enough time in the video. There's nothing really recorded here. They only spent 16 seconds. And that's fine. But that's essentially what you can do. Like, I'm not sure if I mentioned this earlier in the video, but in your content area, you're only allowed to store up to 20 videos that will be accessible to students. If you I believe you can make more than 20 videos, although that 21st, 22nd, 23rd video will not be accessible to students. You will have to delete any of these older videos, and if you just click on the little check marks, you can delete, you can edit, you can unselect, duplicate, you can move to a folder. I'm just going to click delete because I don't need that one, and I can then create another video. Right now I only have 5, so I could still make 15 more. But like I said, with the free account, you have a couple of limitations. You can definitely edit how long the video is, because at the end of this video, I don't know if you were able to hear the video, but it was going to start telling the students, hey, subscribe to my page. I don't want my students to see that. There's no relevance to that at all. So I made it shorter. I made it a minute and 48 seconds. And that's great. So that basically covers everything that you can do here with Edpuzzle. Like I said, you have other kinds of resources. You have this Academy, the National Geographic, some TED Talks. These are just other types of videos that you can search through. And as long as they're here and as long as you can see their thumbnail, you're able to utilize that video. That video is not private. If for some reason the thumbnail is just grayed out with the play button, that means that video might be private and it's not available for you to use. Another thing that I do want to let you know about is when you click on any of these videos, let's say this coffee one. This is one that I edited because it has my name here. But if I scroll down, 95 other video versions. And I could click on any of these and then I could assign them. So let me see, does this ATP video have the same? So there are 3 other versions that other people have also used. And someone used the full length 2 minutes and 6 seconds, and these other 2 people have made it shorter. So I'm going to look at this one by Allison. And if I click on it, I could see they have a couple of multiple choice within the first 6 seconds, 15. These are all multiple choice, and you can definitely, you don't have to watch it all. You can just click on the questions and see, do you really like the questions that they're asking? And if you like, how they've embedded the questions and the type of questions that they're asking, then you can assign this. And you saw that you really didn't have to embed it. This was something that someone else created. And then just select where you want to have that video uploaded to. Assign. And now when you go to my classes, you go to assignments. Because I clicked today as a due date, the video is now here. And when you click on it, your students are not going to see that it's made by someone else. They're just going to see the video, and they're going to see the questions. These are the questions that are being asked in the video. Whoops. So that is the one other thing that you can definitely do, is take one of the videos that someone else has already embedded questions and use them for your own classes. Something that you might notice is that not all the videos that you might choose, they might not have questions already made up for them. This is all depends on whether someone else previously has chosen that same video and thought that was a great resource. Sometimes you won't see any additional videos underneath, and that is totally fine. So like I said, this basically covers everything that you can do with Edpuzzle. This is the free account, so that, there is not much that you can do, but I do feel that there's a great resource to add questions to the videos so that you know that you're keeping your students engaged while they're watching it, and they're not just mindlessly watching it, because they need to be able to answer questions, and you're giving them a grade. So if students are watching a video and they know that they're being graded for the way that they're responding, they'll be more attentive to the information that's being presented to them, as opposed to if they're just watching a video and then kind of not really being asked about it. They'll probably just watch it just to kind of know the basic summary of what the video encompasses, but not really pay attention to all of it. So this is a great tool to use.